Hey, if you're an educator who's been dipping your toes into AI, you have definitely felt the ground shifting beneath your feet. I mean, things are moving so fast. We're way beyond just typing simple prompts into a chatbot now. We're entering a whole new era, the era of AI orchestration. So let's break down what that actually means for you and your classroom.
Remember 2023? It feels like ages ago, right? Back then, getting something useful out of an AI, well, it felt like this constant, tiring negotiation. You'd ask for a lesson plan and it would give you something kind of close, but you'd have to go back and forth, tweaking and arguing with it, and honestly, it was pretty exhausting.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? The endless reprompting, trying to find that perfect magic phrase. Or spending hours fact-checking those bizarre hallucinations where the AI just confidently makes stuff up. And don't even get me started on fixing all the weird little mistakes. But what if? What if we could leave all that behind? What if AI could finally graduate from just spitting out text to actually thinking and even do?
Well, welcome to 2025, because that's exactly what's happening. And this isn't just another software update. We are talking about a fundamental change to the underlying architecture of these models. Everything is different now. Let me show you the two huge breakthroughs that are driving this whole revolution. Okay, first up, we've got what are called reasoning models. This is the AI that finally thinks before it speaks. You know, it uses this cool process called test time compute, which is a fancy way of saying it actually stops to check its own work. It verifies its logic, it plans out a solution, and it corrects its own errors before it ever shows you an answer. This is an absolute game changer because it directly attacks that hallucination problem, which means we get way more reliable, factually sound content.
And the second piece of the puzzle? Agentic models. If reasoning models are the thinkers, then agentic models are the doers. I mean this literally. These AIs can see your computer screen, move your mouse, click on buttons, and use your software all on their own. They're not just giving you instructions anymore. They're like a true virtual assistant that can take over and run an entire workflow for you. It's kind of wild.
And listen, this isn't some far-off futuristic dream. The numbers are in. A whopping 85% of teachers are now actively using AI tools in their day-to-day work. So we're clearly way past the let's try this out phase. AI is officially a core part of the teaching toolkit. So here's the most important takeaway. The goal has completely changed. We have to stop looking for that one, single, perfect, magical AI tool that's going to solve all our problems. That thing doesn't exist. The new strategy, the new mindset, is all about building your own specialized AI team. So let's meet the starting lineup, shall we? You've got your big three ecosystems, and each one brings a unique superpower. Think of OpenAI as your master planner, your logical expert. It's amazing for designing those really rigorous step-by-step curriculum plans. Then you've got Google Gemini. That's your head researcher, your librarian. It's fantastic for doing deep research, and of course it plugs right into Google Workspace. And finally, there's Anthropic's Claude. This is your creative genius, your artist. It's the best for whipping up interactive games and handling tricky, nuanced content with real care. And this quote just nails it. The question we should be asking ourselves isn't which one of these is the best. It's how do I become a conductor? How do I orchestrate all of these amazing, specialized tools so they work together to create something incredible for my students? That's the new skill. Okay, so what does this orchestration look like on, say, a Tuesday afternoon? Well, here's a pretty standard workflow. Step 1, you start with your researcher Gemini to build a rock-solid, fact-checked content bank. Step 2, you pass that research over to your planner, OpenAI, to map out a really logical lesson sequence. Step 3, now you bring in your creative, Claude, to instantly generate fun stuff like games and quizzes from that plan. Step 4, you deliver it all through your school's own system, like Canvas or Google Classroom. Step 5, you can even use Claude again to provide really nuanced, rubric-based feedback on student work. And finally, step 6, you delegate all the boring admin stuff, like organizing files, to an agent. See, every specialist has its role. And this is a really profound shift. It's changing our role in a fundamental way. We're moving away from being the person who has to create every single piece of content from scratch. Instead, we're becoming the strategic designers, the conductors, the orchestrators of these powerful, intelligent workflows.
I mean, just look at the difference side by side. The 2023 teacher, they were a prompt writer, a reviewer, a manual editor stuck in the weeds. But the 2025 agentic educator, you're a workflow architect. You're the one designing the system, directing the intelligence, and then using your professional judgment to curate and audit the final product. It's a much more strategic, high-impact job.
So, the tools are here. They are more powerful and more specialized than we ever could have imagined just a couple of years ago. You're not just a user anymore. You are the conductor. Your AI team is assembled and waiting for your direction. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create?